But before all that, though, we're going to talk about season 4 of HBO's Insecure, which is a show that we've been pretty much enjoying and reviewing over the well, ever since it started, actually. So, Ricardo, take it away. What was Insecure season 4 about?
Yeah, so this is the low-key season. Yeah, every episode is named low-key something. And yeah, it's a low-key season. It's people not being straightforward with their lives, their emotions, their emotional states, and basically the results of that. And then some characters who were kind of being quiet about certain things decided to become loud about certain things and end up, accidentally, putting themselves out there. Let's put it like that. And so everybody have an arc. Well, the main arc is shake up of the core of the series, which is Issa and her best friend's friendship, and how they just really things will fall apart for them in that way. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So what were your thoughts on season 4 of Insecure?
This is the best season so far, in my opinion.
I could agree with you. I could agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I find the writing, the acting, the production, everything improved. Everything. Across the board. We had some interesting directors this time. People who do a lot of writing. Let's get a quick list going. Just I guess.
Well, I have a list up, but when you're ready.
Yeah, no problem. Let's go. No, but it's good direction all across the board. Again, the writing is probably the best so far, in my opinion. This season just worked, and mostly because I'll make one small critique that have nothing to do with the acting, the characterization, but it's more to do with just the pacing of it, or at least the pacing of certain scenes, and that I'll say is okay. So this season has a lot of awkwardness in it, right?
Right.
Like you're kind of real feeling nervous, and they stretch that shit out real far. Like they kind of overdo it, I find. That's the only problem with the.
Okay. I understand where you're coming from. Yeah.
It's not a big problem, but at times it does kind of come across as unrealistic. Like, at a certain point, characters will just like talk to them in a certain way and then not address that, and that doesn't make any sense to me. If you understand my point, like, why would you not address this properly immediately? And I'll give an example. And there's one character that is that throughout the season, Molly, right?
Yes. I don't mind you were referring to Molly when you talk about this situation.
Here's the thing. Molly has been really demonized by the fan base, and a lot of people think she's treating her bad. Like, I thought she made a lot of sense given as a character, right? And then the ending, what they do in the ending, I thought still to me made sense. But I can understand why people was hating on Molly for this season, right? But to me, she was worse previously. This time, she was somewhat more sympathetic, especially with something, a certain character, and they make it work. And then that's about it. Another thing is the cinematography. But they do certain side roles that didn't really work out so well for me. Like I felt a bit flat. So yeah, in terms of direction and thing, you had some nice little guest star people. If you remember, she called Living Single.
Of course, yes.
So who was he? The cousin Khadijah, I think, the actress who played Khadijah. She was in the season. She had a little
okay. I didn't pick up on who
she was. Remember, it had this older woman on the plane.
Yes.
Wasn't that her? I think that was her.
It could very well be though.
Right.
The name escapes me right now, but she did look familiar. I wouldn't lie.
Right. Then it have some good direction by directors. Kerry Washington directed, I think, a couple episodes. Prentice Penny, if you know who that is, he directed a couple episodes.
He's also one of the producers of this show, by the way. So if you're wondering who that A Penny for Your Thoughts, company logo belongs to, it's him.
Yeah. So right. So his production company, but he does a lot of comedy writing. So that's why you get a lot of interesting pieces. He was in the finale. I think he was the security guard. It was him. Remember they said it had the security guard that seen a lot of shit.
Yes.
Right. That was him. Yeah. I'll say one arc that kind of felt rushed at the end, but they was hinting at it throughout, which was the friend. She have postpartum depression. They did that arc quite well.
Yeah, that would be Amanda Seals' character of Tiffany, actually. Who you would remember in the last season she was pregnant, and in this case she had a daughter actually.
Right, and then they started hinting at, oh well, she started behaving kind of weird, and you go home and take care of the child, and so on and so on. So they kind of pepper throughout the season, and then at the last couple of episodes, she just something happens, and they saw that arc out, and that's kind of the locus of the final episode. And then I'll say they really focus a lot on what do you call she Ivanoji character now. Molly, yeah. Focus a lot on Molly this time because they have this whole thing with she have a new boyfriend, the same guy who this Asian fella. Is a Chinese guy, I think. And
it's a Chinese guy. They met in the last season.
Right. And then they did this thing with Molly and Issa, which sorry to say it, this is where they demonize Molly. And I'll agree, because I find Molly was in the wrong for this one, because I totally understand. But I kind of understand where she coming from, where Issa had to put on a show, and the main artist headliner drop out. I think the schoolboy Q was supposed to drop out.
Yeah.
And then he made a hookup with Molly's boyfriend, and he ended up he hooked up with the boyfriend, and she got him to get Vince Stables instead. And that's the whole thing. Yeah. And because Molly said no, because she tried to go through Molly through it, and Molly said no, she just went straight to him now. And Molly gets so mad about that, trying to make a big deal out of it. I was like, Molly, what the fuck?
And she just let that run so long. But I understand where she was coming from. I'll talk about that in a bit, but yeah, go on.
Right. Then they did then they have a whole thing with Molly going to Mexico and with the brother, and she followed with the brother, and the brother, she had that kind of a meltdown.
Yeah, again, well, this would be her falling with her boyfriend's brother, right? Yeah.
Right. And again,
I get where she's coming from, but at the same time, it's like,
right. They do, but
chill, just chill. That's all. Don't blow fuse. All right. So I'll say basically she has this tendency of blowing fuses, but this is part of her character right now. She's been doing that for a long while. You know what I mean? But yeah, go on.
Right. So the short fuse didn't really help her in that case. And she kind of just talk to the brother after that. And that was a whole thing with she and she man. Then the ending was pretty rough. Like that second to last episode. What she did was like, oof, Molly. Like, wow. That was rough.
And you'd think she'd have like she would think twice about what she did, but she just kind of did. That was like, oops. That was the impression. It was an oops moment. It was like, come on.
And then, sorry. So then Issa's So they do a lot of that. Then Issa's arc, I loved Issa this season. Like Issa is finally she having success on the outside world, and then but the inside and the shit that closest to her, really kind of collapsed. And I thought that worked a lot. I did. So I liked that she kind of come to terms with I forget the guy's name. Apparently he was involved in some of the protests in the real world. The actor who this character with bipolar.
Oh, that would be Nathan. He came in the third season actually. He was this barber. Well, he is a barber actually. I forgot from what state he's from, but yeah.
No, I slipped in my mind where he's from. Yeah, but yeah, he had a whole thing, and what they did with that, I thought was good. But then Molly man come back.
Yeah, that would be Lawrence.
Right, yeah, Lawrence.
Lawrence show up, which they had shown actually. Well, sorry, they were hinting at since the last season, but we didn't think, it was going to really be a thing,
Yeah, but I didn't get at all last season. I thought it would have been like not a thing, but then he come back after the whole relationship with the girl she was working with.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, we're gonna do with that. Then they to me, I love that episode where they kind of came back together and they had the dinner,
Yes.
Yeah,
That's actually one of the best episodes of this season because of how well it's just mainly between the two of them. Actually, they are the two leads in that episode.
Yeah, they make that work, and then they hit you with the ending. It's like that.
Yeah.
And it's
knowing the character of Lawrence himself, it's like
yes.
it all makes sense though.
Right, and it catch you, and they really like it's really good editing, like how they cut it with the two of
Yes,
and
because it's like
right.
one conversation going on, and then it would
Right.
cut to the person in the next conversation asking a question. So he's pretty much talking to two people in the same scene, so to speak. Yeah, I love that.
So I watched the like the little post thing. It's our little post thing. I forget what it is. Wind down or something like
wind
that.
down. Usually it's with it's Issa's the host. Well, the two I saw where she talked to Prentice and to Natasha, right? Who plays Kelly. And it's only watching this I realized not just that she's one of the producers of the show, but she also does a fair share of writing too. And I like what do like resume and shit. Cool. But yeah, she's a great writer, I would say. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But So they hint at the ending of it because if you understand the character, you understand how big of a bombshell that ending was, given her relationship with Lawrence. Like, and I loved the last line which said, "This is too much," and I was like, "Yeah, that was a strong end. It's not a mind blowing twist or anything like that. It's just a simple thing. But given the nature of those two characters and what we know the history at, it really dropped really good. And a strong ending to the series, season.
To the season, not the series as yet. Yeah.
Sorry about it. And then in the last little shot with her and Molly at the end, all right, that makes some sense. Even though Molly was on some shit, it makes sense.
I actually like that. And there's one moment about this that one aspect of that scene which I will get to once you finish share your thoughts. But yeah, go on.
Right. And yeah, I'll say this season was really strong. Molly's character understood, but she was on some shit. She was like real entitled there. I'll admit she was really goddamn entitled this season. But it was a lot of understandable positions. Like they have this one moment with the restaurant where she was in the restaurant and they cut it. Like see the perspective from Issa and then they show the perspective from Molly. And it totally recontextualized the whole relationship. I was like, wow, Molly on some shit too.
Yeah, I actually love that. I love that moment actually. Well, moments actually because it ends one episode and begins another.
Yeah, and but they kept it focused good. They kept it to the characters and they just stuck to that and they make it work. Yeah, it's probably my favorite season so far. I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did. They already kept the drama up. I really hope they can keep this up quality wise. But yeah, they Issa doing cheating hard.
Yeah. All right, so just to talk about that scene for a moment, right? I have to talk about that end scene and how the show itself begins, how the season begins, right? The music choices for the show once again are stellar. I love that it opens with if you're familiar with Tyler the Creator's Ego album, which was one of my favorites of last year. The season opens with a particular song from that album and ends with a particular song of the album. And like I've never heard that song or the end song used in a film before. And for that scene, it just totally works. So like to me, still after having seen that finale, I'm still thinking about that moment. I'm still thinking about Issa and Molly, slight spoiler, and the song that plays there because it just fits it perfectly, right? So yeah, music choices were great. Once again, cinematography is top notch. Acting is great throughout the board. Everybody comes through and does their thing. You know what I mean? It's always vibrant. I mean, there's always a lot of great natural dialogue, and this is what where the show excels at natural dialogue. Even though you may not be from LA, or you may not be American, or you may not be black. Who knows? But it all feels organic, right? When characters interact and speak with each other, it works, right? Of course, Issa just shines, and everybody from Issa, Yvonne, GLS who plays Lawrence, everybody shines though. If I have a couple of gripes though, is that I was looking out for this guy, Daniel, Yilan Noel. What happened is that I actually rewatched the previous season because that's what I do, right? Just to familiarize myself with things. And even this arc just kind of stopped because it's where he was trying to get his music off the ground, his career off the ground.
Right.
And he hooked up with a childhood friend of his who is successful in making beats. And the guy is like, well, no, if you're working for me, we gotta do it this way. And,
Right.
Daniel want to do his own kind of artistic kind of part, but it's like, no, this is not hood, it's not trap enough, whatever. And it just kind of stop it there. Well, it just kind of, well, sorry, I would say it stops there. It kind of ends basically where where at the time, Issa was staying by him. And they just kind of realized, well, you know what? Yeah, well, Isagi's best I leave and get this apartment place which he kind of renting out and that kind of stuff. So like that was like the last time I saw of Daniel, and I actually thought he was gonna come back because I actually was wondering what was gonna happen, but nope, no sign of him at all though. Also, as far as Amanda Seals, who's one of my favorite characters in the show as Tiffany, while I do get the dramatic thing that he did with that postnatal disorder thing that she had. I felt that, postpartum, sorry. I felt that they should have alluded to it a little sooner, though, because it was just like, okay, she had it, she's all kind of happy about it at first, but still, when the moment happens, slight spoiler, she quote unquote disappears, just like, oh, okay.
Right. Yeah, but that's the whole point too. Remember, again, it's the low-key season now, so it's emotions that you're not sure, people could silently suffering. That's the whole point of that now.
Okay, I got you.
That's why stuff like that didn't really bother me, because they just had little subtle body language hints at it. Like when she was at the show with Issa and she decided to stay and the husband went to. Like, yeah, that's real weird.
Oh yeah, for real though. You're right.
Yeah. So it's had a little pick up the little body moments now and picking up why people do with this, that, and the other. It's like, clearly she's not okay though. Like, but you know.
Yeah, I totally understand. But what else? Yeah, I mean, it was just such great moments. I actually thought that episode 8 is easily the best, and this was the one actually that Natasha Rothwell wrote, because this is essentially Issa and Lawrence's episode. This is them reconciling, and it caught me completely off guard now, because it's like, oh well, Lawrence meets up with someone else, and right afterwards, before the show ends, he calls someone and thinking, oh, I wonder who it is. And then the next episode, it's legit Issa that he wants to meet back up. Because what happens is that, the girl that Issa's working with to help establish this block party kind of event thing just so happens to be dated Lawrence, right? So I like how early on they pick up on it as like, oh, this is weird. I don't understand this. I don't know if we should be friends, blah, 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 blah. So I actually like that moment, though. But yeah, boy, it's how, that relationship, that reconcilement, between Issa and Lawrence ends, though. It caught me by surprise, too. At the same time, it just fits Lawrence because, Lawrence is kind of a playboy, you know what I mean? He likes to, fuck around and do stuff like that. So it's kind of like that coming back to him. Which brings me to one other issue that I had, though. This is just me going from season 3 to this one here. In the latter half, of the season, there's a moment, season 3, right? There's a moment where he goes to church and he meets his girl, right? Now, there's only like 2 scenes where they actually like talking to each other. It's having fun, just casual stuff. But then afterwards, it's like, oh, now he's with this next girl, right? Who would end up working with Issa. I was like, all right, so I was expecting the church girl to come back at some point in time. I was like, nope, okay. And once again, that's just true of Lawrence. It's like, even though he has a chance of quote-unquote redemption, he still has feelings for Issa Dread. So he kind of has to, he had to kind of hit rock bottom for him to understand that. But still, it's like, yeah, but there's this other girl. So I dug that. As far as the elephant in the room, Molly, didn't hate her character at all. I didn't know about the heat that she was getting, I assume, online, right? But yeah, there were some moments, especially with the new boyfriend, Andrew, where Andrew's like trying, like really, really trying to bear with Molly's moments now, because ever so often she would just come home stressed. So she'd just be like, why Issa acting like this? So why this? and you'll try to bear with it though, but where it stops, just like, look, I just can't take it anymore. It's too much. And it really reached its peak though at a moment I didn't expect. And this is where they went on a vacation to Mexico with Andrew's brother and his wife.
Right.
And then this whole issue springs up out of nowhere, right? And while I get where she was coming from, one thing I like how Andrew brother was trying to be all reasonable. Like, he came off a little dickish at times, but it was like,
right, exactly.
Dude, it's trying to be understandable here.
Yeah,
but,
No, here's the thing, and this is an argument that here's the thing. Again, this is one of those arguments that, again, you don't know how to let go sometimes. So, but because he tried to do the bullshit thing of, oh, well, black people and Asians have it just as rough. What?
Yeah.
It's like, no.
It's like, no.
Bullshit now. Right. I get, like, and especially as a black woman, that dynamic I thought was interesting now. And because Andrew understood how to, like, deal with the situation and handle it, because he's working hip hop, he understand that, he's working music. He, as I say, the read the room, as I say, and right. Andrew brother, I think Andrew brother was kind of out of time, and frankly, but I'm sorry, Molly should have cooled down.
Agreed.
Right. So, but they make it work. I thought they make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good scene, actually.
It was. Yeah. So, so just includes though. One thing I just always loved about the show, right? Like, you could have your favorite character or whatnot. You may dislike this person or love this person more than anyone else. But what I love is just how multi-layered and complex they all are. So, like, even though yes, Molly was on shit, I didn't hate her. Even though Lawrence makes some bad decisions here and there, I don't hate him. Like, I don't hate anybody in the show. I don't think that you're supposed to. You're just supposed to see them as just real people who just go through real life situations or just stuff that people in their, I want to say demographic, but I'll say their social status, because they are like, upper lower, as the joke I was making, they are the upper lower status there, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, that's what they're going through, man. So, you may not like what a person says or a decision that they make, but it's how they deal with it, right? That I love, and how it kind of affects other people, which you see mainly with the sort of broken friendship between Molly and Issa. I like how they set it up though with with this event, and props to Issa's character for just making the event a reality. I really dug that. I just love especially for the last season.
I was rooting for this, didn't I?
Yeah. Even from the last season where she quit her job and decided to go full time into making this event, I was like, yes, this is what you need to do. Make your dreams come true. That's one thing I love about the show. Just seeing these characters, live the life they want to live now, basically. But is the aftermath of it and how it affects her friendship with Molly. Yeah, that I didn't expect too. But you know what I mean? That's the way how things kind of come together, even though it was kind of rough at times. Yeah, I thought it made for a great season. So I wouldn't go out of my way and say it's the best season right now, mainly because I've just been enjoying the show from season 1, right? So it just managed to maintain that level of consistency from then to now. So I can't see that there was a season that, they dropped the ball, it wasn't as good as all that. But yeah, I do agree with you. It is the best. In terms of just like, the consistency and the momentum is still up there. So I don't know if they have enough for, at least 2 more seasons. But yeah, I think they should just go for like a couple more or maybe 3 and then just wrap it up. You know what I mean?
It's the kind of show, it's the kind of show that had a wrap up in 5 or 6. Like, I can't see them going beyond 6. To me, 5 is like, if they could make 5 the final season, that would be great. But yeah, 6. I could see 6. Hopefully, because a show like this, you had to like run the. I noticed, and this with all TV shows, not any particular show. Sorry to say it, but most shows, once you go past 5, is started to trash unless you know what you're doing. Sorry to say it.
Flash. Like Flash. Unless you're like a Breaking Bad or
Exactly. They have a plan.
Especially if you're Breaking Bad. you can maintain that. But shows like The Wire, it's like, okay, 5 is perfect.
Yeah.
Let's go, right? Cool. Yeah, but yeah, this is another win. Be for Insecure. If you haven't been up on the show, you need to be on it as soon as. So yeah, for me, I'm gonna give this strong 4 out of 5, man. This was an excellent season. I actually can't wait for the next season to start.
Yeah.
Just so I have a reason to rewatch this season. This season here, 4. Sorry. it was that great. So yeah, I'm ready for 5. I can't wait to recap 4 because 4 was great. But yeah, final words and rating on season 4 Insecure.
Yeah, 9 out of 10. I didn't expect this to be as good as it was, because I really like the show is a good show, but like it was always a show that never really like gel particularly well for me. Like it good, and it was funny, and it was pacing well, and I like season 1 a lot. I like season 2 a good bit, and didn't really care for season 3 as much, but it was still there. And then I find season 4 was just clicking, John. Everything was flowing, moving from beat to beat really well. It's super difficult to keep my attention nowadays on TV. Like, look, I go through all kind of shows. There are a couple of things like I do in reviewing, and I find it so hard to keep the attention. And yeah, because you have to keep flowing. And I find from beat to beat, this kept my attention the entire time. It's a while a show has done that. And yeah, and it's no action or no fancy thing. It's just good character beats and making fun in LA, right? And just good comedy bits and ever so often is do right. That's it.
And to an extent, how relatable these characters and situations are.
Yeah, but I forgot to mention the episode. Kyla Pratt was really good at it.
Oh, yes, that's what I forgot. Yeah. I honestly did not pick up on Kyla Pratt's appearance in this. And it's only afterwards that I remember, oh shit, Issa put up this tweet, I think it was, with her, just a photo with her and Kyla, and saying Kyla was one of her childhood heroes, I believe it was, or something like that. Right. But I was like, oh my god. And then I run it back, I was like, oh shit, that's her. Oh.
Yeah. I was watching the episode, I was like, I'm watching this girl, and I was like, wait, Kyla Pratt, and it clicked in my head, and I was like, all right, yeah, Kyla Pratt. And it was really a really funny and clever episode on its own, right there.
Yeah, it was.
So for me, 9 out of 10, I really, really like this season. I don't know, it's just, everything just clicked together for the season for me, too. It really would. So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, nice.